When all this started, our families had lived in Knockglen for as long as anybody could remember. And in Ireland, people have very long memories. You know, till shortly before I was born, the whole country had been ruled for 1,000 years by heathen invaders, as the nuns called them. We'd survived the Vikings, the Normans, and even the English. It was faith in the church, we were told, that gave Knockglen its strength to survive. And after all that surviving, the whole village was there when my two best friends and I were having our confirmation day. There was Eve. And me, Benny. And Nan. We were inseparable, the three of us. Nan Mahan was beautiful, and because of it, she never doubted that anything she wanted would be hers. And there was me, of course, Benny, Bernadette Hogan, the apple of my parents' eyes. An only child, but my mother fed me as though I were two.
It's my little princess.
My mother.
They look just gorgeous.
And there was Eve Malone.
Daddy, can Eve be in it?
Is that all right, sister?
Eve was an orphan raised by the nuns. But you know, that only made her special.
Big smiles all around again.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That was the day Eve took us to the cottage her father had left her. He had been a gardener for the Westwards, the Protestant family that owned the big house on the hill. Old Mr. Westward never went out anymore, but on our way to the cottage, we saw his son Simon, riding his horse and looking grand as usual.
Is it really your very own?
The nuns are keeping it for me. When I'm 18, I'm going to live in it.
Are you?
You can live in it too if you like.
We're moving to Dublin, me dad says.
Well, you can live with me, Benny.
Oh, I don't think me ma and dad let me.
When you're 18, you can do anything you like.
Good morning, ladies.
Come on, faster! Benny, Eve, wait!
Years later, by the time Eve and I graduated from the local convent school, Nan was long gone to Dublin. So there was only me to walk my friend up the long path to the Westwards house to attend to some important business she had there. Do you want me to come in with you?
Who is she?
Eve Malone, the girl the nuns brought up. The gardener's child.
Ah,
Seems we agreed to pay for her education.
I got 7 subjects in the Leaving Cert, 2 with honours. The fees are £65 a year for 4 years. I got it! £65 a year!
Well done! Oh. Come on, slow country.
We're going to be college students.
I know we are. It's great.
Hello, Mrs. Healy.
Oh, no,
Mr. Flood.
no, Mr. Flood. Oh, God, there's my dad with a creepy Sean Walsh.
Hello, girls.
Hello, Dad.
I was just after telling your father, Benny. We won't be letting go of her. She won't be led astray in the big city like some.
Won't you be back on the 6:10 every night?
We're going to miss the bus. Bye.
Yes, bye.
The 6:10 bus every night. They'd only let me go if I carried on living at home. How can I tell people I have to go home every night as if it were some kind of simpleton?
Well, at least you don't have to live in a convent. Well, do you think I like it going from a convent in Knockglen to one in Dublin? Oh, we'll find ways around it. We'll knock him dead.
Oh, will we?
Bernadette! Eve! Benny! Nan! Nan, man! I'd have recognised you anywhere. You haven't changed a bit.
Oh, God, haven't we? I'm going home now, then.
Come on, you look gorgeous all together. You fresh years as well.
First day.
And me, as a student. Mind you, I've been here for socials and hops and all that.
The Dublin Sophisticate. You'll have to show us the ropes then.
Oh, yeah.
It's lovely to see you again. 3 girls from Knockglen.
Hey, Nan.
Hello, Jack.
Looking very lovely as always.
Thank you. So are you.
You're very kind.
You're very welcome.
Are you coming to the match today?
We might.
Well, see you there if you do.
Who is he, Nan?
Him. Jack Foley, the blue-eyed boy. He played for Ireland schools. Father's a doctor. Did you like the look of him?
It says here, inaugural lecture, main theatre, Professor Flynn. Where's that?
This foundation course for first-year students used to be known as Baby Latin. Baby Latin, you see. Like baby food. This year, to broaden our frame of reference, I propose to take a glance at some other societies, principally that of the Trobriand Islanders of the South Pacific, as described in Bronislaw Malinowski's great work of anthropology, The Sexual Life of Savages. Now, by studying the rites of passage,
Oh, no. Pippi Grand.
Okay, come on, Dublin. Good run.
Well done, you were great.
That's so clever, just then.
All right.
I'm fine, thanks. Solid wood.
All lads.
Do you think you might introduce us now?
All right, then. Jack Foley, Bernadette Hogan. Benny.
Benny.
And Eve Malone.
Almost there.
Delighted to meet you. Look, we're going to Murphy's pub in the Keys after. Will you come? About 7.
Love to.
I can't. I have to get the 6:10 bus home.
Ah, well, another time then. See us.
£10, £20, £30, £40, £42.
£42 a month?
You shut your hole, or I'll shut it for you. Nobody's going to say that Brian Mann's not generous.
No.
Thank you, Daddy. That's more than generous. I hope you think you've made a good investment. I'll make you proud of me, I will. I'm proud of yourself for putting me through college. You won't regret it, promise.
You're a good girl, Nan.
Thank you, Eve. That's stupendous. Did you have a good day?
Had a great day, sister. I went to a lecture and I went to a rugby match.
What did she say? She went to a lecture and she went to a rugby match. That's nice.
In contrast to many other human communities which segregate the sexes during adolescence, the Trobriand Islanders allow their boys and girls complete freedom of access to each other from puberty through to adulthood. And Malinowski found them to be a very happy and contented people.
Bernadette, will you hurry up?
The double entry system is your only man. Believe me, Mr. Hogan, you'll never regret it. Never. There you are now.
I haven't been here since last Christmas. We were going to have a Thanksgiving party.
That's nice. What do you do up there? Just, what, study?
I want to be a teacher.
Teacher? That's very good. You know, personally, I admire brains. My brother Charlie is a very brainy guy. He had a couple of years of college.
It isn't just brains, it's how you use them.
Well, yeah, I get your thought. You know, I've seen you a lot of times before. Remember parochial school out on Pulaski Street? 7 or 8 years ago, you had your hair...
Braids.
Looked like a hunk of rope. You have wires on your teeth and glasses, everything. He was really a mess.
I can get home all right now, thanks.
Well, don't get sore. I'm just kidding you a little bit. I just mean to tell you the truth. very nice.
Thanks.
Get off!
You don't remember me, do you?
Remember you the first moment I saw you.
Quite a nose, huh?
That was a very interesting film.
Oh, you thought so?
Will we go to Sullivan's for a bag of chips?
No, thank you.
I told your parents that's what we'd be doing. Is something the matter, Benny?
Yes. I don't want people thinking that you and I are an article, because we are not. And I don't want you thinking that we are, because we're not. I just don't feel that way about you, Sean. That's all there is to it. I'm sorry.
I think your father would be very disappointed to hear you say that, Benny. And I don't think you're in quite the situation to be so proud and choosy.
Good night, Sean.
How long is it since your last confession?
2 weeks, Father.
Go on, my child.
I've had wrong thoughts about my parents. They want me to go to the university, but they want me to stay the little child as well. And there's this man they want me to marry for the sake of the business. Oh, it is awful altogether, Father. I could never love him, and I don't know why they can't see that. I do love them, Father, but I'm finding it awful hard to honour them.
Is there anything else?
I've had impure thoughts.
Did you entertain them?
I don't find any of it tempting, really. I don't look forward to that at all. I mean, I do want children. But it's such an ugly business, don't you think?
I don't know.
You do. Do you remember that time you saw Willie Burns in the wood? When he was playing with himself. That horrible great red thing he had on him.
Well, maybe if you really love the boy.
Oh, I don't know what you mean, though.
Have a look in on the cottage. We can do it up during the holidays. Maybe have a party.
Great. See you Monday.
See ya.
There you are, Benny. Thanks, Teasy.
Thank you.
Hello, Jack.
Hey, Benny. You live here?
Yes. What are you doing here?
Father, this is Bernadette Hogan. She's at the university as well.
Pleasure to meet you, Bernadette. I wanted to visit an old colleague of mine who hasn't been well here. Jack was good enough to drive me. Well, Jack, a couple of hours, say? Is that all right? Do you think you could bear with him for that long?
Oh, I think so. Just about.
Well, this was a nice surprise.
It must be a desperate thing to be a doctor. To have to talk to people and tell them that they're dying and that they can't be cured. I don't think I could bear that.
No. Nor me. I'd run a mile first.
But you're going to be a doctor.
I know. Isn't it drastic? And it's not just that. I'm squeamish about cutting people open and looking at their insides. I get faint at the sight of blood. It's true. You just pass out.
Have you told your father about this?
He says it's just a passing phase. Maybe he's right. It is a great thing to do. I don't know if I've got it in me.
But what do you like to do?
I like sport. Benny. I just love to clown around.
I don't believe that.
It's easy to talk to you. You know that? I feel as if I could tell you anything. You're very solid, aren't you?
Yes. Everyone notices that. Solid. Beef to the heels like a Mullingar heifer.
No. I didn't mean that. I meant... You're really there. You really know who you are, don't you?
Well, yes. Of course I do.
Sometimes I feel as if I'm hardly there at all. Just trying to be things for other people, you know?
Oh, it was a great film altogether. When she drops her glove and he picks it up and starts trying it on. Ah, so delicate. If he tried my glove on, it'd probably be too big for him. What you doing?
About the same. See?
Not too bad, then.
Not too bad. Look, some of us are getting up a sort of gang to go to the college ball.
The big one at the Hibernian.
Will you come?
Me? Really? Oh, I'd love to.
There's a lot to be said for these big, soft girls, you know? That one had a nice, soft look about her. Nice eyes, beautiful hair, lovely smile, fine set of teeth on her.
You don't miss much, do you, Dad?
I do not.
Jack Foley asked me to go to the college ball. That's great. We're all going. We're all in the gang. Rosemary, Sheila Cahan. Safety in numbers. He did ask you personally. He did make you special, Benny.
No, it's all right. It's fine. We'll all go in the gang. It'll be great. What am I going to wear? Nothing I don't look like a whale in.
Well, I have nothing, full stop.
Maybe if I starved myself entirely between now and Saturday.
You'll be gorgeous, Benny.
Look at those.
Nan, you've cut too much out of it.
No, just about enough, I'd say.
No, it's indecent. Won't they fall out?
If you got them, flaunt them. Keep your shoulders back, you'll be fine.
Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, I look like the pro of a ship. You look great, Benny. Oh, God, no, I do, don't I? We all do. Thanks, Nan. You're a brilliant person altogether.
Here we go, girls.
Thanks very much. That's great. How much you say it was again? 12 bob. Yeah. Have you got any change?
Yeah, plenty.
How much is it?
Good evening, ladies.
Hello. What are you doing here? You're not going to the dance, are you?
No. My very great regret.
Simon Westward, Nan Mahan.
How do you do? Well, enjoy the dance.
Thanks. We will.
The girl can't help it, she was born to please. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. And if I go to her on bended knees, can't help it, the girl can't help it. Won't you kindly be aware that I can't help it?
Well, isn't this just as it should be?
That's perfect altogether.
Right. Let's seize the moment. Dan, will you dance?
By Eddie Cochran.
Well, come on, everybody, and let's get together tonight. I got some money in my jeans, and I'm really gonna spend it right. I've been doing my homework all the week long, and now the house is empty and the folks are gone.
Let's dance.
Come on, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, my baby's number one, but I'm gonna dance with 3 or 4. And the house will be shaking from bare feet slapping on the floor. Oh, when you hear the music, you just can't sit still. If your brother won't dance, your sister will. Woo! Come on, everybody.
Will you risk it, Benny?
I'd
Well,
love
we
to.
really have a party, but we gotta put a guard outside. And if my folks come home, I'm afraid they're gonna have my hide. There'll be no more movies for a week or two. No more running around.
This is nice, isn't it? I mean, all of us going together and that.
You want to know how it happened? Jack couldn't decide which one of you he liked the best, so he asked all of you.
Well, it looks as though he's decided now, doesn't it?
I wouldn't be too sure.
Did you know who you wanted to invite, Aidan?
Yes, your friend Eve there.
So why are you dancing with me and not her, then?
Because I've such a devious personality. Do you think there's a chance there, Benny? I mean, do you think she'd go out with me if I asked her?
She might. She's got very eccentric tastes. There's hope for us all, Aidan.
Oh, there is, so. Watch out. Tricky step.
Sweet, sweet, the memories you gave to me. You can't beat the memories you gave to me. Take one fresh and tender kiss. Can't beat the memories you gave to me. And one stolen night of bliss. Can't beat the memories you gave to me. One girl, one boy, some grief, some joy. Memories are made of this. Sweet, sweet, the memories you gave to me. You can't beat the memories you gave to me. Don't forget a small moonbeam. You can't beat the memories you gave to me. Fold it lightly with a dream. You can't beat.
Would you ever shut up and get out of here?
He likes you, Benny. He does. He keeps talking about you the whole time.
Ah, come on, if he likes me so much, why does he spend the whole time with you and Rosemary? And let's face it, why would he look at me? He could have anyone at all.
No, he couldn't. Couldn't have me for a start. I'm not interested in Jack, not like that. Or any of these boys. They're just a practice on.
Give me your heart to rely on. Show me the warmth of your secret smile. To show me you haven't forgot. For now and forever, for always and ever, little things mean a
Go on, Benny, ruin yourself.
Here's another one of your favorites.
Are you all right, Benny?
I was going to the ladies.
Hey, where are you off to? I was just coming to look for you. Are you ready for a dance now?
You took your time, didn't you?
Benny, I'm sorry. Don't be upset. I was saving you till last. Always save the best till last. It's true. Don't be angry. Please. Come and dance.
You mustn't mess me about. I know I may look like a rhinoceros, but I've got quite a thin skin, really. So just be a bit careful with me, or I'll flatten you.
I won't mess you about, Penny. Promise. Come on. Come and dance.
Yes, it is, ma'am. Who do you wish to speak to?
Sir Victor Chamberlain would like to speak to Mr. Simon Westward.
I'm sorry, he isn't here.
Oh, dear. It is rather urgent. Do you know where Sir Victor could find him?
I think he's lunching in the Hibernian today, miss.
Rufus! Come on, boys!
You could try telephoning him there a bit later on.
Thank you so much.
Good day, Mr. Westward. Your usual table?
Yes. No. Hold on. However,
Oh, hello.
you're dining alone.
I'm afraid I am. My father was to meet me, but he's just phoned to say he can't make it.
In that case, why don't we lunch together?
Thank you. That would be lovely.
This is a marvelous coincidence.
Isn't it?
I can tell the truth to you.
What do you mostly tell?
I think I mostly tell people what I think they want to hear. Especially girls.
But not me.
No,
Really?
try me.
Well... Do you believe in God and Jesus and everything still?
Yes. Do you?
Yes?
Have you ever gone all the way with a girl?
No. Not quite.
No. Nowhere near it. Would you like to?
What, now?
No. No, it wasn't an invitation. It was just a request for information.
Ah. Well, the answer is yes. I would.
If only it weren't a mortal sin, though.
What about you?
I don't know. 'Cause sometimes it seems like such a strange sort of thing to want to do. You know, ridiculous. Like someone else putting their finger up your nose or something. Then again, when you're dancing, say, and it seems like the most... God, I'm blushing, aren't I?
I can't believe I'm having this conversation. Oh! Nor can I.
It's great, isn't it?
Yes. It is.
Oh, dear. I think this is going to be a problem.
Our bodies belong to Almighty God, just as our souls belong to Almighty God. A young woman's body should be, like her soul, a garden for Jesus. I speak now particularly to the girls and the young women of this congregation. Which is it to be? Gardens for Jesus or vessels of sin? The answer you hold within yourselves.
I can't help thinking it isn't fair throwing the whole responsibility onto us like that.
And Aidan says it's his job to try to seduce me, and it's my job to try to stop him.
What do you think, Nan?
I think it's nonsense. All of it. The priests just make it up to suit themselves.
God, you don't really think that, do you?
I do.
Those French letter things boys wear to stop girls getting pregnant. Now, why are they called that, do you think?
Ah, it's the French. They're always up to something.
You've done wonders.
Aidan came and helped. Well, he did most of it, really. He was great altogether.
So you're going to live here now?
When the holidays, just. Tell you the truth, I feel a bit strange about it.
Why's that?
My mother died here having me, you know. And then after that, my father. I was thinking we might have a party. Warm the place up a bit. It has electricity. We could play records.
We could invite all the boys.
Were you thinking of anyone in particular, Benny?
No, not at all.
Not me.
Ah, no. That was absolutely delicious, Mrs. Hogan. I can't remember ever setting eyes on a more succulent bird. The richness of it and the flavour, altogether indisputable.
Why, thank you, Sean. That's very kind of you.
No, 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 no. It's you who are kind.
Ah, well, now, Sean, we couldn't have you festering away there on your own every Sunday now, could we?
Sure, you're practically one of the family now, so you are.
Gives me great pleasure to hear you say that, Mrs. Hogan. I thought you might take a breath of fresh air later, Benny.
Why? That would be very nice for you both.
I've been having a long talk with your father, Benny.
Oh, yes.
about the possibility of a partnership. I have to think of the future, you see. I've my way to make, Benny. I've my life to live.
Yes, of course you have, Sean. And I hope it works out just great for you. Really, I do.
Has your father spoken to you about it at all?
No? Why would he? It's between you and him. It's nothing to do with me.
Ah, but it is, you see. Ah, you know I'm great for you, Benny. If we were to marry, I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about the future. Well, that would tie things up just grand now, don't you think so? You and I, we could rub along very nicely. You know that, don't you, Benny?
No, we wouldn't. Look, I don't want to hurt your feelings, Sean, but really it's out of the question.
You think I'm not good enough for you?
I didn't say that. Look. If you must know, I'm in love with someone else.
And who is he? This someone else?
It's like the Longhouse.
What is?
This is, you know, in the sexual life of savages. Except that in the Trobriand Islands, the parties go on for 6 months without stopping. 6 months of unfettered sexual experimentation. Imagine that.
Aidan, it's different for them. The Trobriand Islanders are not Catholics. They don't have to go to confession.
Fair play to them.
Anyway, I'm not sure you'd be up to 6 months of unfettered sexual experimentation.
I wouldn't mind a crack at it.
Blow me a kiss from across the room. Say I look nice when I'm not. Touch my hair as you pass my chair. Little things mean a lot. Give me your arm as we cross the street.
Societies regulate the conduct of their members in a variety of ways. The rule of law is the most obvious. There are also the time-honored weapons of shame and guilt. The Trobriand Islanders contrive to live very happily without recourse to shame and guilt. In Ireland, as you know, we have them both. And fear, of course. And fear.
Jack.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Man. Man. Oh, man.
No. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Nan.
No! No, Jack, please, we mustn't. Simon, no. Please. Not here, not now.
Penny.
I know. It's desperate.
Well, where then and when?
I want you to take me to a nice hotel.
But when? I can't wait much longer for you, Nan.
You won't have to. It could be any night that suits you from the 5th to the 10th.
Mm.
All right, you win. What do I have to do?
You have to hold it in your hand for 60 seconds.
All right. I'll hold it. But I won't jiggle it about, understand?
Is that all you're taking off?
What? No. No, I was just, you know. What are you doing?
I thought we should. It's my first time, you see. You don't mind, do you?
Not at all. I never imagined.
I wanted to save it for someone really special.
Those Westwards will have the big estate above Knockglen. Oh, well, no. You see? Oh. You and him.
Who do you think you're hurting?
Oh, would you shut your hole, you stupid article? And you.
So will you bring him home to see us, Nan?
Yeah, really?
I don't think that would be a very good idea, do you?
The Honourable Lavinia Ashmore, only daughter of Lord and Lady William Ashmore. She's 28 years old. She won't be too particular. Judging from her photograph, her husband won't have to be either. Miss Phillida Footcramp of Sellyoke. Family owns a chain of slaughterhouses. Very well off. Miss Candida Cruz. Looks like a sack of potatoes on horseback, but her father's made $1 million in gravel, I think it was. Miss Olivia Bacon Batch.
To England?
It's only a week. We play 4 matches. I wish I could come in moral support. Immoral support would be even more welcome.
Don't, Jack.
I could buy you some of those French letters. You know, they sell them over the counter there. Just like that, just walk in the shop and ask for them. Right out loud. Nobody turns a hair.
Isn't that amazing?
Will I get a few packets then?
won't be seen, will we?
No, it's all right. No one comes up here. Just the nuns from the convent, and they're all locked up by 7 in the evening.
What did you say to Eve? First, you didn't mention me.
I didn't ask Eve at all. I don't think Eve would understand.
You might be interested in this. I picked it up last year when I was over in London.
The Art of Married Love by Van de Gelt.
But he's a Dutchman, but he's a fully qualified medical consultant. Look, I was wondering if we might try something like that.
Would you like to, Simon?
Well, I think I would, yes. But only if you would, of course. Who is that little chap?
It's called the Infant of Prague.
Prague. God, you're so strange, you people.
Don't say that.
What?
Don't say you people. I'm not like them. I'm like you.
Sorry, I simply meant...
I'm like you. I'm not like them. We're nothing to do with all that nonsense, are we? I'm like you, aren't I? I'm like you.
Yes, in a very important way.
The most important way.
Yes, perhaps.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, not so often we see one of these. Would anybody like to hazard a guess about the cause of death here? Tertiary syphilis. I can't understand it, Doctor. I had a few open sores, but they seem to go away of their own accord. That was the first stage, of course. Later stages attack bodily tissue. You see here? It's almost completely gone. By this time, you'll also have extensive softening of the brain. If you'll bear with me for a few moments, we'll just saw the poor fellow's head open, and I'll show you what I mean.
It's all right. I'll be fine. It's just... I hate that anatomy stuff.
Why don't you tell your father you want to give up the course?
I couldn't. He never says anything about it, but I know it'd break his heart if I gave it up. Sure, I can do it. I have to do it. I have to get something right.
This is
lovely, Penny.
It is. You shouldn't have, though, with all that study to do.
Ah, well, I want to give you a break.
And?
But I wanted to talk to you about maybe staying in Dublin during term time. Well, weeknights only.
I suppose it can't be much fun for you around here.
Oh, Daddy, I didn't mean that. I would like to see more of my friends. I hate having to get the bus no matter what.
Have you any particular friends in mind, Benny?
Yes. Jack. I love him.
You went to university to study, not to fall in love. Now, if he's a good boy, if he's worth having, he'll be patient. He'll wait for you.
Your mother's right, Benny. He'll wait if he's the right sort.
Like Sean bloody Walsh. Patiently wheedling himself into a share of the business. Patiently creeping around me in the hope that he'll wear me down and I'll marry him and then he'll get the house and everything. I don't know why you let me go to university. It's like taking me to the top of the mountain and showing me the world and then marching me back down and saying, that's what you can't have, Benny, you silly, great, fat article. This is what you can have. Not Glenn for the rest of your life and married to Sean bloody Walsh. I'd rather be married to a bloody lizard.
Don't you ever talk to your mother or me like that again. I have enough. Isn't it enough that we were worried sick about the business without having to listen to this? That's my dinner done. Couldn't eat another bite.
Quiet again, Mr. Hogan?
Yes. Sean, I'm not feeling the best today. So I think if it's all right with you, I'll go home early.
You leave it to me, Mr. Hogan. I've everything under control.
Yes. That's it. Well.
When we got to the college, I had to carry him down the stairs really embarrassing because everyone was there. All these boys there.
Oh, hello. Who's that girl? She looks like a film star.
That's Nan Mahon. Mahon's the builders. There used to be a Knockglen when Nan was small.
It's a great mark of respect, Mr. Hogan. So many Dublin folk here. It's altogether very gratifying. Nan Mahon, did you say?
Yes. Why do you ask? You don't know her, do you?
No. I couldn't say I know her, Miss Malone. I just have the feeling I've seen her somewhere before. I think she's a friend of our fine Mr. Westward.
Well, how are you
getting on with
Are you enjoying COVID life, dear?
Yeah. Everyone liked it.
God, Jack, I feel so awful. Almost the last thing I did was yell and carry on at him like a big fishwife.
Ah, Benny, come on. I never knew such a good girl to her parents.
It's so hard. He loved me so much, you know. He was always giving me things. But they were always the wrong things. And I kept thinking, Daddy, couldn't you just get one thing right in your life? Just for once. You see, I was always a nasty, ungrateful girl in my heart. And now he's dead, Jack. He's dead. Sorry, I'll stop now.
It's always that way. All parents are the same. Really, what they want is for you to be just like them.
You know, I'm going to have to stay home and look after my mother in the shop and everything. She's collapsed entirely. I won't be able to see you, Jack. It'll be weeks and weeks.
You won't be able to come to Dublin at all?
Not for a while. I'll be in the shop every day. Mother's not fit to be left. It has to be done, Jack. It's only for a while.
I know.
Sean, I just don't see why business has been so bad. Custom hasn't fallen away that much, so why are the receipts so low?
And now, this would be the double entry system. It isn't everyone can grasp it right away. Benny, have you talked to Mr. Duggan at all yet? About your father's wishes for the future of the business?
Tomorrow, Sean.
That's good. Because it'll be great to have everything cut and dried now, won't it? And we can see our way ahead.
Sean, shouldn't the amount of the weekly takings correspond to the figures in the bank lodgement book here?
Well, approximately, yes, give or take the drawings.
The drawings?
Whatever your father withdrew from the till in cash. For petrol, as it might be. Or perhaps to buy you a lovely costume, such as the one you're wearing at the moment.
Oh dear, Mr. Duggan. It's the most awful quandary. I just don't know what to do for the best.
If you've any doubts at all about Mr. Walsh or the partnership, I urge you to think very carefully. Legally, you may do exactly as you wish. My advice is don't rush into anything.
We won't, Mr. Duggan. Thanks.
Take care now.
Thank you, Mr. Duggan.
Not at all.
I just don't think you should let Sean Walsh get one sniff of the partnership. But if it's what your father wanted, then
Do you know, he was always saying he wished he could have paid Sean more.
There was no need for that if he was helping himself out of the till, was there?
Quiet, Benny. I won't believe that of Sean. He's always been so good. And you know he hasn't spent 10 pence on himself in the 10 years he's been in Knockglen.
That's true. I wonder what he's done with it all, Mother.
I just know he's not right. That is enough, Benny.
Oh, poor Jack. He is missing you. But he hasn't a chance to be bad. Benny, we don't let him out of our sight.
We made him go to the pictures with us, Nanny and Aidan.
Love is a most splendid thing. And you cry, no. Oh, God, I do miss him.
Oh, hey, I went to see Mother Frances at the convent. Do you know what she said? Someone's been getting into the cottage at night.
Who?
I don't believe it, really. Someone thought they saw a light and smoke coming from the chimney, that's all.
Haunted, maybe. Ah, no. Ghosts are a bit classy for Knockglen. Secret lovers. Oh, all right. I cannot tell a lie. It was me and Sean Walsh from the shop.
Oh, God. He's like a lizard.
Oh, how do you think lizards make love?
I'll show you.
That'll be 1 in 11, Mrs. Bragg. And if he doesn't like it, tell him to come back and we'll find one to suit him.
That's very good of you, Benny. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Ah, you're getting into the way of it fine, Benny.
I'm glad you think so.
There's a good film coming to the Palladium this Friday. Rebel. Without a cause.
I mean, how many times do I have to tell you not to wear that green apron day in, day out? I mean, I don't feel like I'm living in an institution, huh? And Nacy, you dirty-looking Egypt. Now look what you're after doing. Look, if you don't wipe that grin off your face, I'm gonna knock it off.
Christ, this is awful. Quite sure.
Yes. I'm 2 months gone. Got the result this morning. God moves in a mysterious way, I suppose.
Christ, this is terrible.
It doesn't have to be, does it?
No, you're right. God, Nan, you're really something. You're a wonderful girl. I've never known anybody like you.
Good. I really never thought it could happen, Simon.
No one ever does. Oh, my poor darling. I'll take care of you. It's not the end of the world. Now, listen. I had all this from a very close friend. It's someone you've met, actually, but it wouldn't do to name names. But she said there was nothing to it at all. It's in England, of course, but that's all for the best. Now, mustn't worry about money. Just let me cover all your expenses. I insist on that.
Me to get rid of it.
Yes, of course. What else?
We'd be married.
You must understand, that's out of the question.
But you loved me. You kept telling me you loved me.
Well, I did. I mean, I do. Insofar as we... Oh, God, Nan, you must have realized I have to marry for money. We lose the house, the whole family goes down. I can't afford to marry you, Nan, however much I'd want to.
I hadn't realized that, Simon. It was very silly and naive of me. I see that now.
can't take that, Simon. I'm a Catholic. I can't help it. I couldn't kill my baby.
Jesus, you people. Just take it anyway.
Guilt money. Will it bounce? Bye, Simon.
Nan. It was lovely.
I know. You're a really shitty article, you know that, don't you?
Nan, you going to be in for your tea?
No, ma'am. I'm going out.
Like a drink, Nan?
Maybe later, Bill. I'm looking for someone. Hello, stranger.
Nan! What are you doing here?
I was looking for Eve and Ada, but it doesn't matter. I found you instead. You know, I don't think I've ever seen you on your own before.
Ah, well.
I thought tonight was a rugby club social.
Well, that's just it. I was trying to get Benny to come, but she couldn't. Or wouldn't. You'd think if she cared enough, she'd manage something. I mean, her mother's not going to fall apart if she's left alone the odd night, is she? Or am I being unfair?
Think what it is. She feels she's all her mother has now. Being an only child. It's a shame, though. Why don't I come with you? Would that be nice?
Yeah. All right. It, can get a bit rough.
Well, you'd look after me, wouldn't you? I'd feel safe with you. Come on, it'd be great. We could cheer each other up.
What are we doing?
Make me warm. Feel me. Yeah.
Oh, God, Nan. I never meant anything like that to happen.
Don't blame yourself. It was my fault as much as yours. We just got carried away. It's nothing to do with you and Benny. No one knows except us, and we need never tell anyone. And it needn't ever happen again.
It was lovely, Jack. No, there's nothing in particular. I'm sorry to have bothered you. Could you just tell him I called?
Yes, of course I will, Bernadette. How are things going, dear? Are you still stuck in the shop? And how's your mother now? Tell her we're thinking of her.
Thanks. Bye.
So, when we made a sale, we put a little tick here at the back. It's against the stock register.
That's it, Mrs. Hogan. You've got it in one.
What's the matter?
Jack, I can start coming to lectures again. And you know, Mother's so much better. She's going to take over in the shop. Isn't it great? And Eve's going to have another party, so I hope you'll come to that. And you know, I've been having a bit of a brood about you and me. And I think I've changed my mind about something. I can't say it over the phone, but I think you'll like it. Oh, Jack, I haven't let you get a word in edgeways. Will I see you tomorrow then? Where will we meet?
I'll meet the bus. Benny, there's something I have to tell you, too.
What's the matter?
Let's get out of here. It's Nan. She's pregnant.
Oh, God. Poor Nan. Is she very upset?
She's out of her mind with worry.
God, isn't that amazing? She's the last one I would have thought of. Do you know who the boy is?
Baby's mine. We're getting married.
It's all my fault.
Your fault?
Yes, because he wanted me to do it with him. And I wanted to as well, so much. And we so nearly did, lots of times. You know, if we had done it, it'd be me having his baby and not Nan. God, I don't care what the priests say. I think we should do what we feel.
Oh, like Jack, you mean? He certainly pleased himself, didn't he?
No, he loves me. He told me. He doesn't love her. He's going to marry her because of the baby. Oh, poor Jack.
Oh, Benny, for God's sake. He was your boyfriend. Well, she was your friend. Why can't they just leave each other alone?
I don't know. They don't know. It's not like them. It's not like either of them. Maybe someone put something in the drinks.
Look, Benny, will you grow up? Look, I'm never going to speak to Jack Foley again. And if she comes anywhere near me, I'll kill her. I mean it.
Eve, what am I going to do?
tell you one thing you're going to do. Show a brave face. Never let them see how much they've hurt you.
It's a bit late for that now. All right. I'll try.
Here's to the happy couple.
Wicklow man entices neighbour's ferret. Aiden?
What?
Someone has been using the cottage. They used this to light the fire. It's dated March the 4th. I haven't lit a fire in here since February. Well, they were very neat, whoever they were.
Well, they didn't break in. They must have found the key or something. They just used it, I suppose.
A reason to be living. A golden crown.
This is a mistake.
It'll be fun, believe me. You're the star, Jack. Anything you do is fine by them.
Oh, yeah, Jack.
Two lovers kissed, and the world stood still. Then your fingers.
Hello, Benny.
Hello.
How's your mother? How's the shot?
Fine, thank you.
So, how are you? I mean, are you all right?
I'm fine. I didn't think you were coming. It's a bit sudden. It seems a bit too soon. Don't worry. I'm fine. Where is Eve?
She's in the kitchen.
Just...
Didn't think he had the nerve, Nan.
Brought you a present, Eve.
That's going to make everything all right, is it?
I just thought you'd like it. As a jogger to put flowers in. I always thought there should be one here, but I never...
When? When did you think that?
What?
That old newspaper in the grate. It was you. You came to my cottage.
Wait.
No, you wait! I knew it wasn't haunted. I knew someone had been here. It was you. And long before Jack. Oh, God, I see it all now.
Eve, please.
Are you going to tell Jack Foley or will I?
Tell him what?
It was you, wasn't it? It was you here. With Simon Westward. Wasn't it? That's what Sean Walsh was talking about at the funeral. He saw you and Westward here. It's his baby you're carrying, isn't it? Oh, God, anyone could have told you that cold fish wouldn't marry you. So you had to go and steal Jack from your best friend. You did, didn't you? Christ, you don't know what you've done, do you? You've broken Benny's heart. Oh, God, I wish I could hurt you that badly. No, I will not take it easy. What you've done, by Christ, I won't. I think somebody's hurt.
It's all right, man.
Is she bad?
It's all right.
It's all right, he's looking after it.
Here, Jack.
Oh my God, look at her arm.
It's all right. Oh, jeez. Let's get her to a hospital.
Do you see anything you like, madam? No. Go ahead, have a good look. You must be dying for it. Now you fellas decided you'd rather diddle your best friend. Time and the place. I think you've kept me waiting long enough.
Sean, don't be stupid.
I'm not the stupid one. Don't you know this was meant to happen? My mistake was being too patient. Sure, I'm doing you a favor. There's not many men would take you on at all. But I've always had an eye for you, Benny. Take your clothes off, Benny. It's all right. I've locked the front door. No one's going to interrupt us. Come on, Benny. Don't be shy. I will if you will.
Are you mad?
I can close on now!
Oh, Jesus.
What are these, Sean? This would be your double entry bookkeeping, would it?
I was owed that money, Benny. Every penny. But your father paid me wouldn't keep a rat.
He trusted you and you robbed him blind!
I never spent a penny of it, Benny. I was saving it for us, you know?
Dare you! You get out of here before I call the guard!
I would have married you, Benny. And there's not many would say that. That cow that you are. Even though I'm worth 10 of you and all your family put together. I wouldn't touch you now. Give me 100 and we'll call it quits.
Take it.
Will all the remaining passengers for England please go to gate 2?
You shouldn't have come. I mean, I'm glad you did, but it's nothing to do with you anymore.
I hate to see you leaving like this. Look at the state you're in.
We women are tougher than we look. I'm sorry, Jack. I was a bit desperate, you see.
Will all passengers for England please board the ship now?
Give my love to Benny.
Will you go in the back, please, Mother?
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Look, Benny, I know I've no right to expect anything of you.
No, you haven't.
I just want you to know, it was that thing with Nan.
I don't want to know about it.
No, I mean stopping the bleeding. Benny, when I realized I was saving her life, that she could have died, all I could think was how grateful I was that I could do it. I wasn't faint or sick. I was fine. And I knew right then that that was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Well, I'm very glad for you.
The other thing is, I love you. I never loved her. You know that. And if you'll have me, I want to marry you. Benny, you're the one. I couldn't love anyone else.
Marry me.
Yes.
And why would I want to do that?
I suppose I have ruined things. Benny, I'm sorry. I want to make it up to you. I will if you let me. Do you think you could love me again?
No, I don't think I could. Yeah, that's a lie. I could love you again, but I'm not sure that I want to.
Oh.
You broke my heart. And I'm not the same person that I was now. So if you're serious, you
you'd have to get to know me as I am now. And I'd have to get to know you as you are now. And then we'd just see. Jack was telling the truth. Over the next year, he pursued his medical studies like a demon. He also pursued me. I moved to Dublin in the autumn to share a flat with Eve. And at the university, my paper comparing the Irish Catholic mating rights with the Trobriand Islanders caused quite a stir. And it pointed me towards my future career as a writer. And slowly, as Jack and I spent more and more time together, I suppose I fell in love with him again. One afternoon, we found ourselves back at Eve's cottage.
What are we doing here?
Come on. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
You fill my sweetest dreams. You fill my sleep. You fill my heart with love. You make my life complete. When all is said and done, darling, I know you're the one. Lying in my lonely bed, thought about you as the moon, listening to the sad songs down below. Thought about you as the tune. Wish that I could let you know. I think about you as the sun. So you're everywhere I go. But darling, I know you're the one. The one I long to see, to drown myself in you, surround myself safe in your arms forever. Darling, I know you're the one. Funny how the circle turns. Funny how the flame still burns. Now that all is said and done, darling, I know you're the one.
day.
Darling, I